I can wear whatever hairstyle I want to. If I want to slap on a straight wig for the day and I feel like it goes better with my outfit, or if I want to wear a certain hairstyle like this and I have my hair in cornrows and it's like, just a cute little big wig day, then I can do that. I love my hair, but I also really like to sleep. So I'm not gonna cut an hour into my morning and compromise sleep to do my hair when I have an easier solution. I love my hair and I love wearing it naturally, but I also like when other people do my hair for me and I can be doing something else at the same time. I just don't like doing my hair. I love my hair, I appreciate my hair is a blessing, but at the same time, for me personally, I just don't really like the process of doing it. My arms get tired. It is exhausting. I do have to be more creative with my hair than I would necessarily care to be. And I think that you saying like, if a black woman loves her hair, then she'll make time for it, is lacking a lot of nuance that the situation really deserves.
So I did hear what you said, but one of the points that you just made will kind of defeat your whole argument of convenience. Because you just said that
now it's 2 a.m. on a Sunday, and I gotta go to work on a Monday, and you got me out here looking crazy. I thought you was my baby.
What's your hair like that?
How did I get my hair like this?
Yeah, looks very nice.
Thank you. Birth?
Birth?
Yeah.
really quickly right here, she's actually wearing a wig. And I knew this walking up to her, but I used asking her how she did her hair as a way to start the conversation. But she is wearing a wig right here.
So why do you think a lot of black women don't wear their hair just like yours today?
There are a lot of reasons. Number one is the maintenance. It's a lot of time, money, energy. For me personally, I don't like doing my hair. It's a lot. And it's very exhausting, so I understand why people decide to use more protective hairstyles. But at the same time, I think that some people are more oriented to deal with their natural hair and to explore different styles. Like my sister, for example, she's in high school, but she absolutely loves doing her hair. And she'll do protective styles, she'll do her natural hair, and she'll really express herself through her hair.
So you're saying that they don't wear like an afro because an afro is a lot of maintenance?
It's a multifaceted issue because there's a lot of social stigmas that come when black women wear their hair in certain spaces, when they wear their hair naturally. For example, like the Crown Act is relatively recent. There was a lot of discrimination against hair in the workplace, and a lot of people had to straighten their hair. They had to put wigs on. They had to do a whole bunch of things, and they didn't feel comfortable in those rooms when they should have felt comfortable wearing their natural hair.
I do understand the Crown Act. A lot of people do bring that up a lot, but the Crown Act is a reason why you should wear your natural hair today. So like we have certain laws in place to where if you're discriminated against, the employer can actually like get sued and things like that. But black women today still wear the fake hair and straighten their hair when they don't have to. So like, why do they really do it?
Have you ever dealt with an afro this big?
Not that big, no.
Okay. I love my hair. I love my natural hair. It's just a lot of time and energy. For example, I'm from Jersey. When I was at home, my mother did my hair for me. She would do braids, she would twist it, she would do whatever I wanted to my hair. But now I'm at college and I don't have $180 to drop on braids all the time. And I don't have the energy in the morning because if I have an 8 a.m., I'm not waking up at 6:30 to deal with my afro. I love it, it's beautiful, I'm confident in it. But at the same time, it's a lot of energy and it can be very draining if you're not somebody who's naturally oriented towards dealing with hair, dealing with natural hair, and anything in that realm.
The thing about an afro is it's not really that hard to maintain, because if you do your styling, you pick it out and everything that first day, all you really have to do is put the bonnet on at night and then take the bonnet off in the morning, put your oils in there, fluff it up a little bit, and then you can go. So what is so different? Like, what is this hard maintenance that you're talking about? Right here, she never answers the question on the maintenance of an afro. Because that's what I was asking her, because I honestly want to know. A lot of women say the maintenance of an afro is too much to deal with and things like this. What do you guys have to go through that is so much to wear an afro? Women back in the 70s and 80s and 60s wore an afro every day. Every single day they wore an afro. And they weren't talking about these hair troubles. Maybe they were. I wasn't there. But I know they wore their hair out back then. So how come today, when we have much more technology to where you guys have it easy, pretty much
like different combs and different things that help you wear these different styles, how come today women make more excuses than back in the day? It really doesn't make any sense to me. So what I want somebody to do is, if you wear an afro all the time, or you've worn afros and you're a woman, let me know all this maintenance and all these problems that you have to go through to where you can't wear your afro out. And I'm not saying you have to wear an afro every single day, but I'm just saying it shouldn't be this big of a deal to where you guys are like, oh, the maintenance. So let me know the maintenance troubles. Also, if you, even with just regular hair troubles as well, with doing natural hair, a lot of women say the maintenance is too much with not just afros, but other styles as well. So let me know in the comment section some of the maintenance issues you guys have to go through.
What curl pattern are you talking about?
Could be 4C, 4B, 4A.
Do you have 4C hair?
I do.
How long is your 4C hair?
It comes down to here, but I
How long
recently
does
just
take
cut
you
it.
to wash your 4C hair?
Maybe about 30, 40
How
minutes.
long does it take you to detangle your 4C hair?
I don't detangle it
You don't detangle
because I was trying to do like freeform dreads.
So, no. Let's not talk about dreads or locks. Let's not talk about any of
Okay.
that. Let's talk
Okay,
about
so when I
natural
didn't do
form.
dreads.
When you didn't do dreads,
So
what was detangling your hair like?
washing, I would say maybe an hour. Washing it and detangling it, maybe an hour or so.
Yes, that's an hour of time that can be spent doing something else.
But-
Also, might I add, some people just like different hairstyles that their hair isn't naturally oriented towards.
But do you not understand? Women back in the day had time to do their hair. They took care of maybe like 7 to 10 children. They didn't have dishwashers. They didn't have washing machines. They had to cook their food. So they had to hand do everything. Plus they had to take care of a family. Plus they did their hair still. But women today are saying, oh, we don't have enough time. When you guys have all these new inventions to make it easier
It's
for
a
you.
combination of time and energy. Like, it's energy I would rather not spend doing something that I don't necessarily want to do. I might have a desired outcome, but for me personally, I don't feel like doing the process for that outcome. Like, for example, I'm walking to a restaurant right now. I could be taking an Uber that's more efficient, but I'm deciding to take a walk because it's a nice day and it's beautiful outside, and got to get some steps in. However, on another day, I will definitely take that Uber because it's more convenient, and that's just what I feel like doing. So if you have a black woman who wants to wear a wig, who wants to put in weave, who wants to wear their natural hair, that's their decision because that's how they want to present themselves to the world. So there's a combination of reasons why black women don't necessarily wear their natural hair all the time. And I will say that it's up to that person to make that personal decision and to wear their hair how they please. But I do understand what you're saying about using it as like a cop out or saying you don't have enough time. But I think it's more of a combination of time and energy. Because for me, when I do my hair, a lot of the time it does not come out the way I want it to. Even if I fluff my hair up in the morning, if I want it to have more volume, it might not look the way I want it to. My part might be a little crooked. Like, if I do it myself, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. And I don't necessarily have the funds all the time to pay for somebody to do the hairstyle I want to do it.
What women fail to realize is that black men and black women have the same exact hair, whether it's 4A, 4B, 4C, 3B, 3C, doesn't matter what it is. Black men and black women have the same exact type of hair, whether it's long or short as well. So how come when black men have hair troubles, how come they're not out here putting on wigs and weaves because, oh, my hair's not acting right today? Black men literally just have to suck it up and deal with it. And we have to make it work. And that's the same thing women should do as well. You guys need to learn how to make it work instead of running to different excuses and different ways out, which are putting wigs and weaves on that do not benefit you at all. And a lot of these wigs and weaves have chemicals and they also dry out your natural hair. But that's a conversation for another day. I think a lot of women just preconceive that doing your hair is supposed to be easy. Especially as a black woman, it's probably going to be harder than doing a white woman's hair. But I feel like black women look at other races and they're like, oh, all they have to do is these couple steps and now they're done. And then you get to your hair and it's like, oh, it's so hard to do, it's hard to maintain. But something you really care about, you're going to make time to do it. Am I right?
I slightly disagree because why deal with the struggle when there's another solution and I don't have to?
So the solution is a wig.
Why not? What if you wear a wig that emanates your natural hairstyle?
That is something that I agree more with. I wish more black women would just wear it natural all the time, because I feel like when you wear your hair natural, even through the ugly stages that people call it, like you still gain confidence through that whole journey. I feel way more comfortable with a black woman wearing like a 4C wig or like a curly wig, but they don't really do that though. That's the issue. Like I always see. I knew it. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew it was a wig. I was just waiting for you to say it.
Yeah.
I agree with a wig. That's a Afro wig or
Wait,
something like that.
Okay, so I get your stance now. So you're saying you
Yeah.
disagree with black women wearing protective hairstyles that aren't necessarily related to their natural hair type.
Exactly.
So what about when a black woman straightens her natural hair?
So that's damaging to her hair though.
Not always. There are very safe ways to straighten your hair. You can
Like
straighten
what?
your hair and it will revert if you use
And what?
conditioner and heat protectant.
You said it was a what?
You can straighten your hair and it will revert back to its natural curly state. I've straightened my hair many times and it's been perfectly fine.
Right, but I mean over time putting like excessive heat on your hair does damage it.
I didn't say all the time. I said once in a while.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
did say
yeah.
once in a while,
Yeah,
but
so if they want to if they want to straighten their hair every once in a while, like maybe 2-3 times a year, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think. Like, do you in that sense? But I'm talking about a black woman who always feels the need to wear like a wig, or when her natural hair is out, it's like in a slick back or like straightened all the
Okay,
time.
So I think we're talking about two different things here. I think we're talking about the desire to wear a hairstyle that you want to wear and the feeling that you have to wear it to be accepted in society. Because I can wear whatever hairstyle I want to. If I want to slap on a straight wig for the day and I feel like it goes better with my outfit, or if I want to wear a certain hairstyle like this and I have my hair in cornrows and it's like, you know, just a cute little big wig day, then I can do that. But I'm also very confident in my natural 4C hair. However, there are some people who are very uncomfortable with their natural hair. So I think that the comfortability factor is what we're discussing here, because if you have a problem with like black women wearing a specific hairstyle because they want to, as opposed to if they need to, then that's a separate issue.
I feel like they're really closely related. Like they're intermingled right there, so you can't really tell the difference between want and need. But they no, they don't need to wear the fake hair. But do they want to? Yes. But I'm asking, why do they want to wear fake hair, number one, and then fake hair that's straight that looks like everybody else's hair, like every other race's hair, like white people, Indians, Hispanics. Black women are not comfortable with wearing like wigs like yours. This is
That's
like
a loaded statement. That's
I'm
a very
telling-
generalized statement.
we've been walking here for like hours now. You're the first one that I've seen with a 4C Afro wig.
Yeah.
First one.
But that's also very anecdotal, because I know a lot of women who I've spoken to who are comfortable in their natural hair and wearing natural wigs.
But if you're comfortable with your natural hair, why do you need a wig?
Because of convenience. Okay, restate
go
to
ahead.
me the reasons I gave you why black women do not want to wear their natural hair sometimes.
So you said convenience, and you also said because they want to. You also said because they want to switch it up or something like that.
Yes.
Right. Those are the 3 points
So
you made.
what's invalid about that?
So, okay, convenience, number one. If you schedule your time like you're supposed to, you can have time for anything that you really care for. So if you really care for your hair, all you got to do is schedule, okay, this hour right here or these couple hours is going to be for my hair, and I'm not going to go out with friends. I'm not going to go out to no movies. I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing my hair. So if you do that every single week, then you'll have time to do your hair. That's the convenience issue. Because they want to, I don't understand why they want to put on a wig that looks like another woman's hair.
What if they just want to switch it up? Like, my hair can't do like a 60-inch bust down straight hair wig, but what if I want to have that look for the day?
Why not grow your hair that long?
What? Wait. No way you're serious.
Grow your hair that long, man.
Okay, so my natural hair, I'd probably say is like right here. And
That's
it's
close.
60-inch.
No, you said the other one was, the fake one was down here, and then you said your natural hair is right here.
I said 60-inch.
Oh, 60-inch?
Yeah, well, 60 is excessive. But like, say hair, like if I wanted to wear a wig like down here. My hair is not growing that long. And if it did, it's taking years and years to get there. What if I want that hair tomorrow?
But that kind of defeats your purpose of the convenience issue.
No, it doesn't.
That's
I can
just-
go to the store, buy a straight wig, and slap it on my head.
But that's not because of convenience. It's because you want a certain look or style.
That's
Am I
not the
right?
other reason
Okay,
I
so the
agree.
convenience reason is out the door then.
No.
Because convenience, like I said, can be solved.
Okay, so
Hold on. Convenience can be solved by you scheduling your time to do your natural hair and doing more protective hairstyles that last longer as well.
what you're describing is inconvenience.
Okay, what do you mean?
What does inconvenience mean to you?
No, what do you mean by me? I'm describing inconvenience.
You're describing inconvenience
Lack of time.
by saying somebody is going out of their way to make a specific decision, schedule something, do an extra thing. We're talking about convenience and inconvenience. We're not talking about, well, what you're describing is inconvenience.
Right.
By saying if you want something to be convenient, then make it convenient for you.
Right.
I'm saying if I want a specific wig, I'm going to go on Amazon and order it, and it will be my door tomorrow. I'm not creating a different schedule for myself next week so that I can do a whole bunch of extra stuff to my hair, which my hair can't do in the first place.
Even if you schedule this wig for tomorrow to come to your doorstep, you still have to braid your natural hair under there. You can't just throw it on top of an afro. So you're still making time to do your hair.
Sometimes you can.
No, you can't, unless it's very, very short.
I can twist my hair down in like 25, 30 minutes.
Right, so why can't you twist your hair down and leave it in the twist without the wig?
Because my hair isn't ever going to get this big. It's never going to have this slightly looser curl pattern than my natural hair.
Your hair has the ability to get that big.
Not in the time period that I want it to.
So you're saying you're impatient? Because it can get there, but it's just because you're impatient and you want a look right now.
Say like 5 years ago, I wanted my hair to look like this. My hair is never going to look like this because number one, it's a looser curl pattern, and number two, my hair stays at about the same length.
Okay.
I have to do trims so that I can take the dead hair off at the end, but my hair doesn't really grow that much longer, especially this long. So it's not like just waiting for your hair to grow. Some hair stays at a relatively similar length for somebody's life. Like, it's not always your hair is gonna just infinitely grow. Does your hair infinitely grow?
It does. It does.
As
Because-
fast as you want it to.
It doesn't matter what you do to your hair on the top, your hair is going to continue to keep growing. The rate at which your hair does grow depends on your diet and the nutrients that you consume, so where your hair will come out your head. It doesn't matter about the things that you put on top of there. So your hair does have the ability to reach down here, but what are you hold on, but
think that would take?
what are you doing to protect the hair that's already there so it's not breaking off by the time it gets right here?
Protective styles protect your hair.
Right. So,
Exactly.
ma'am, your hair has the ability to get longer than just right there.
If I want my hair this long, it's not going to happen in the time period that I want it to. In fact, I will use your word impatient. I am impatient, and I have the ability to be impatient when it comes to my hair. I'm wearing a protective style right now for the look, but also because I know that my hair is going to grow a little bit longer than it was before, but it's not going to get down here. And if I want a hairstyle that is down here, then I will buy it and I will have it as soon as I want to have it.
That's true. You can do that. I'm just saying the women that do stuff like that all the time, I don't really believe it's because of them just wanting a hairstyle. I think it's because of insecurities and things like that of their natural curl pattern. Because when women put on, like I said earlier, whenever a woman puts on a wig, it's a looser curl pattern than hers. It's most times straight hair that's all the way down here, and it's because they're insecure about the look of their hair, or maybe they're insecure about the length of their hair as well.
When you're conflating these two mentalities, are you saying that the mentality where you just want a different hairstyle does not exist? Or that if you just want a different hairstyle, it always has to be because you're insecure in your hair?
Not a hairstyle, a wig, or straight hair.
Wig, straight hair, looser hair, curl pattern, all of that.
Yeah.
Do you have like anything to necessarily support that other than your opinion? Did you ask everybody the same question that you asked me when you first approached me? What
Yeah.
was the question that you asked me?
I asked you why are black women white supremacists?
You didn't ask that.
Yeah, I did.
Why are black women white supremacists?
Yeah.
You
Or
asked me if this was my natural hair, if it was an afro.
oh yeah, no, that's the topic of the day. Why are black women white supremacists? So I got it mixed up.
That's a really, okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I did ask you, how did you get your hair like that, or a question like that?
Okay, so when you're asking black women this question, And you're obviously very biased. You're coming to it from the perspective of you think black women are always insecure if they're wearing a looser curl pattern or a straight hairstyle. Then what about the black women who interchange between all of those and their natural hair? Do you have like a thesis or idea as to why they would be comfortable in their natural hair as well? Something that's different from insecurity? Maybe they just like switching up a look?
So I feel like with them, it depends on how often they do it. Because a woman who loves her natural hair, she doesn't feel the need to switch it up all the time because she's comfortable in being herself. Like, I don't know if you like looked at women who go natural, but when women go natural, a lot of them say that they'll never go back to a wig or a weave because the wigs and the weaves also have a lot of chemicals and stuff like that that cause cancers, fibroids, and stuff like that. And the women that are natural, they do their research. But women today, they just want to put on a wig or weave because they say they want to switch it up. But I always say, if you just want to switch it up, black women have the ability to do so many different hairstyles. Like you can do afros, twists, dreads. You can shape your afro to look like different things. I seen a woman on Instagram and she would shape her. That's crazy.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, she shapes her afro in the form of like hearts, like sushi and stuff like that. It's crazy. So black women can.
Time.
It is time, but when you love your hair, you'll make time for it.
I also would like to very much point out that switching up your hair is not the issue. It's not an issue at all. The issue is when you switch it up constantly to a Eurocentric hairstyle, which is straight hair. Every time I hear a woman say, we just want to switch it up, we just want to switch it up, you guys are all switching it up to the same thing, which is straight hair. How come black women today are not switching it up to afros and more Afrocentric looks if it's just because you want to switch it up? Because it doesn't make sense. You say your excuse is you want to switch it up, but you switch it up to the same thing every single time. Right? If you guys were, okay, I'm switching it up. I'm wearing box braids here, dreads here, afros here, straight hair here, straightening my hair here and there. If it was like that, it would make more sense, but it's not like that. A lot of women who are switching it up are putting on a straight hair wig that looks like everybody else's hair. In the comment section, let me know, am I tripping or does that make sense?
I think that's, I'm not going to say a false equivalency, but I will say that there's a lot more nuance to that statement. Okay. All of the things that I mentioned before. I love my hair, but I also really like to sleep. So I'm not going to cut an hour into my morning and compromise sleep to do my hair when I have an easier solution. I love my hair and I love wearing it naturally, but I also like when other people do my hair for me and I can be doing something else at the same time. I just don't like doing my hair. I love my hair. I appreciate my hair. My hair is a blessing. But at the same time, for me personally, I just don't really like the process of doing it. My arms get tired. It is exhausting. I do have to be more creative with my hair than I would necessarily care to be. And I think that you saying like, if a black woman loves her hair, then she'll make time for it, is lacking a lot of nuance that the situation really deserves.
So I did hear what you said, but one of the points that you just made will kind of defeat your whole argument of convenience. Because you just said that you'll pay somebody else to do your hair if you don't want to do it. So why, when black women go to a salon, why are they not paying somebody else to do their hair without any fake hair, without any wigs? Why can't they pay somebody else to do their braids or their twists and things like that if it's just because of convenience?
Because there's also a maintenance thing that comes with your natural hair as opposed to false hair. It takes more maintenance with your natural hair a lot of the time as well. Okay. I think it's also like if somebody does or does not have the money to do it. Like for example, there's a lot of natural hair salons that cost a lot more to do your hair than you would pay for a wig.
Okay.
So I think that's also another factor, hence the nuance I'm talking about.
I was just responding to your point when you said that black women, or you can pay somebody else to do your hair and they can do it so you have freed up time. So I'm just saying, like, if they can afford it, which a lot of black women out here, they have styles in their head, like they pay like so much money for these like human hair wigs and fake hair and stuff like that. But I'm like, why do you have to do that when you have natural hair on your head?
I'm going to say a statement that can clear up all of the things that we've discussed here.
Okay.
My statement, and this is what I believe, is that there are black women who love their natural hair and who would prefer to do different hairstyles just because they want to. Not necessarily because they are insecure. And
That was the end of the video. Unfortunately, because the camera overheated, and also at this point, she let us know she had somewhere to go, so we had to end the video. But she had a lot of great points. I would say so far, out of everybody I've debated so far on hair, she's definitely been the one to bring up the most good points that even had me thinking, I'm like, wow, okay, she actually knows, what she might be talking about. And side note, she does debate, or she did debate before. It's one of the two. I know she did debate, but she's really good at that. So at the end of the day, I always want to give this disclaimer at the end of every video. Like, don't go hating on people. Don't go in her IG hating on her. She's just somebody who had a disagreement with the argument, and she defended herself the best she could. And I defended the side that I wanted to defend as well. That's the end of the video. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and click this video right here, or click this video right there, which are basically debates that I had in the past. I'll catch you guys in the next video.